what the heck is a backdoor Roth IRA? I know I've been hearing more and more of that out there, and I want to explain exactly how they work. First, to put your mind at ease, they're perfectly legitimate. They've been recognized on the floor of Congress. It was going to get eliminated and then stuck around, which tells me that maybe our Congress people are using it. So if you can't beat them, join them. The basics on IRAs, traditional IRAs are typically you funded money in, you got a tax deduction in the process, it grows, it compounds. When you take it out at retirement, you pay taxes then. Roth accounts, you don't get any tax deduction on the front end, but it grows and compounds tax-free for the rest of your life. Pretty nice advantage. The IRS recognized that, hey, these are pretty powerful tools. If you're making too much money, we don't really want you getting tax benefits from it. And so they put an income limit on these. If you make too much money, you can't fund a deductible or a Roth account. What you can fund, however, is called a non-deductible account. Non-deductible contribution. So that's you put money into a traditional IRA and you don't take any tax benefit from it. And you say, why the heck would I bother with that? It's a great question. You really traditionally wouldn't, no pun intended. What you utilize a non-deductible contribution for is called the Backdoor Roth IRA. So you fund the money into the traditional IRA and then do what we call a Roth conversion on those dollars. So you fund in, call it $7,500 into the traditional IRA, take zero tax deduction, convert it into the Roth, you only pay tax on the gain. So if you do it on the same day or the next day, there's no taxable gain there. And you've bypassed these income limits. So what's the hiccup here? What's the catch? There's always some sort of catch, right? The catch is if you have any deductible IRAs out there, oh, I had an old 401k and I rolled it into an IRA. If that's in your traditional IRA, there's this pro-rata rule, which means it has to be the same percentage from everything. Essentially blows up the entire strategy, either means a really messy tax situation or a big tax bill, or both. Not really ideal. Typically, what I recommend is if you're still working, why don't you take that deductible IRA you had and roll it into your employer account? So maybe you got a 401k, a 403b, a 457. Why don't you roll it into that sort of account? Now it's no longer in the traditional IRA and opens the window for the non-deductible IRA, backdoor Roth every single year. If you're wondering, that feels like a lot of steps. It is a little bit of paperwork, but to be able to be funding $7,500 per year into a tax-free bucket for the rest of your life is a pretty powerful tool. So if you're not already taking advantage of it, it might be worth considering, how do I fill up that tax-free bucket, which is a beautiful combination of words.